Terra Luna Classic emergency update. When the market doesn't do what it's supposed to do from a technical position, it will often do the opposite. And Terra Luna hasn't taken off to the upside. So today we're going to do a detailed analysis on what's very likely to happen next from a buying and selling behavior. So you know when to buy and when to sell and to stack the odds in your favor so you can consistently make money from the markets. So let's dive straight into a Luna Classic. So quick update with Terra Luna Classic. We've been pretty much on point over the last few weeks and months. And just to emphasize, we saw this bullish reversal down here and the market really took off. And what was really emphasizing was this last wave. This is a hopium wave. It's FOMO, panic buying, and you want to be taking profits. And the premise is markets are driven by crowd psychology, and you'll tend to see it break down to a 5 and a 3. That's in a bull market, and in a bear market, the reverse is true. So we've got some bullish behavior happening with Terra Luna Classic. However, over here, what we saw was we had another bullish reversal here, and there was some other factors. There's really 4 things you want to take into consideration, and it was really making it clear that we're likely to have a reaction. We pegged this quite nicely and had a nice positive reaction. But what we've said recently is we've seen this corrective type behavior in Terra Luna Classic. We had a bullish reversal at what's called the 78.6% retracement. That's a typical correction level, a typical maximum correction level. And when these things coincide, what will typically occur next is buying behavior, a nice movement to the upside. However, we haven't had that movement to the upside. We had a nice bullish reversal over here. Blue line goes over the red. That measures momentum. That says the likely trend, the probability, keeping in mind that the markets owe us nothing. So the markets are going to do what the markets are going to do. But the probability was we're going to get some upside movement. But over the last few days, the momentum's been up, but the price hasn't really done anything. And this is what we're going to focus on today. This region here, what is this telling us? And what's likely to occur next? And what should you wait for before expecting, realistically, for the price to go up? So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification because I'm here to bring you value. And if you want to become one of my students and work closer with me, attend my live workshops on the weekends, be a part of my Telegram community, take my free 4 Secrets masterclass, what you need to know to consistently make money from the markets. It's really a flavor of how I teach, what I teach, and the methodology that I use to consistently have an edge on the market and to consistently make profits. It's free. If you like it, you can buy my courses. Massive discount right now. Check it out. I'm telling you, it'll take your trading to the next level. All right, so Luna Classic, right? Let's just zoom in right here and let's just look at what we're talking about. So if we just take the data back to this point over here, right? This is where we did roughly the last video. So everything at this point in time, this is from the 20th of October, give or take. What it was indicating to us is we've had a nice impulsive move up. This looked corrective. It's coming close to a typical maximum correction. We have this momentum. It's called oversold when it's basically at the lower end. And they tend to coincide with movements to the upside. So over here, you'll see this. Blue line goes over the red, coincides over here, and we had a positive reaction. So there's a lot of technical things telling us we're likely to get movement to the upside. One of the key things was we was also approaching what's called the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement. This is basically the typical maximum a price will retrace as a correction. And this is a correction. It looks like a correction anyway. And then we're looking for a positive reaction. So let's just unfold the data and get this really, really clear because we want to, obviously you want to make money, right? You want the market to move up. If you're holding Terra Luna Classic, you want it to pump. No doubt about it. However, the markets owe you nothing. So our job is to look at the information, use all the tools all the time, and then make business decisions. So at this point over here, I don't know if it's clear for you to see. Let me just zoom in over here so you can really, really see it. Is the blue line goes above the red, right? So that's one indicator. It's one of the 4 secrets, momentum trend indication on our current time frame is saying, be aware that we're likely, not guaranteed, it's probabilities, never certainties, likely to get some movement to the upside, right? But this is measuring rate of change. It's not measuring price. So this is a momentum indicator that we're looking at over here. So that's one factor. All right, we got great. We've now hit the 78.6% retracement, this level over here. This is a typical maximum correction. So there's 2 things. This is a corrective style pattern. It looks like some type of ABC potentially. Okay, we've got three things over here telling us we're likely to see some type of positive movement to the upside. So now the market's going to do what the market's going to do. So what we do, if I just show you like this, is we make a decision and then we see what the market does. But if you look at the momentum, it does move to the upside, but look at the price. The price is not taking off. It's like there's resistance to it. It's corrective. So that's not a positive sign. That's a weakness. It's like it's struggling to move up. So this in itself is a corrective structure. Now the momentum is what's called overbought. The blue line is all the way up here, and the red line, that's indicating that the momentum over the coming days is going to be sideways to down. So we might see the price roll over and make another low below this low, right? And that's just the nature of the game. We can't do nothing about it. It's crowd psychology. It's buying and selling behavior. Markets owe us nothing. So let's just take the data up. If was that the last bar? That is the last bar as of, this is the last bar as of today. Right, so this is where we're at right now. So what do we do with this? Well, now looking at the new information, this wave 2 is unlikely to hold. This wave 2 over here, we can get rid of this. We don't want to get overly aggressive, and we're probably going to get one more movement to the downside. Let me just show it to you like this. So we're probably going to get one more movement to the downside. So don't be overly surprised if it rolls over. What's the typical price if it rolls over? Well, if this high over here holds, we'll probably see it go to, it's called an external retracement. Let me just get it over here. If I can get it over here. Actually, let me just do it from over here. All right, we're going to do this low to this high. And a rollover would typically be something called a 1.272 to 1.618. Right, into this region. So we might be, so if we're going to put a wave count on it, is there a clear wave count? Well, to me, looking at it now, it looks like a nice, still looks like an A, still looks like a B, and a potential long drawn out wave C really unfolding like this. And this part here looks like, again, it's just high level, 1, 2. This now looks like a 3 because this is a correction. Looks like some type of wave 4, and it looks like it wants to do one more movement to the downside as a wave 5. So if we just change the colors, fine. In fact, I'm gonna, I'll leave it like this, just so we can see that this is likely to occur like so. And I just want to remove this arrow here. This is likely to occur like so. So what you want to be on high alert for with Terra Luna Classic, actually I will change this color. Let me just do it, change it to green, because you can have access to this chart, by the way. Download it for free, description link below. So what I'm drawing here, you can have, download it, you can view it automatically, immediately, and you can also download it into your own trading view if you want to make any adjustments and edits, etc. All right, so we're likely to see the market, the momentum is sideways to down. That's what we're anticipating. The price is normally correlated. And what I mean by that is, if I just make it crystal clear, is when the momentum, which is the blue line, went below the red, you can see it had the price moved in kind, right? This one over here, blue below the red, and the price moved down, right? And we're leveraging that information to say, okay, this is giving us a big clue. The market hasn't taken off. This has been corrective. We've got the blue line about to go below the red, so we should anticipate sideways to down. And when we look at it from the perspective of Elliott wave theory, it's still close to the 78.6%. So don't be overly surprised if we do get one more low. All right, let's just finish up on this. I think that's, just thinking, we could do a couple of other things. I don't know if it add that much value. I'll do it very quickly. There's just one I like to do. This wave 4 is not confirmed yet, but a typical end of wave 5 price zone based on the relationship of wave 1 to 3. I know I said all of that very fast, so don't worry if that went over your head. Is these two ratios over here, which coincides with what we're looking at. So that just gives us an extra confluence to say we're likely to see the price go into this zone over here. And there you have it. So Terra Luna Classic, still looking positive, but the next 3 to 5 days, don't be surprised if it makes a little lower low based on the buying and selling behavior. So everything still holds what we've been analyzing, but, and there is a but, this is all good. We know this, all good. This response was positive. This still looks corrective at this range. Now, if this low gets exceeded, then that changes. That we have to reanalyze everything because then something else is happening. So this low, if it doesn't get exceeded, then everything looks good. This still looks corrective, and then probably 3 to 5 days, then we'll reevaluate to look for potential longs again. So again, if you want to become one of my students, work closer with me, attend my live workshop, be a part of my private Telegram community, check out my free 4 Secrets masterclass. You have an opportunity to buy my courses. I think there's 5 courses, right? We bundled it together. It's ridiculous value, but I cover the 4 secrets. And we covered a couple of them today, which was momentum. We're relying on momentum because it gives us valuable information on when to buy, when to sell, and how to make money. And then we also use one of the other secrets, which is pattern position, which is Elliott wave theory, 5s and 3s. But there's some nuances, guidelines, and rules. And if you're aware of those, it will just take your thinking to the next level. So you know when to buy and when to sell. So you're accurate, more accurate, and making more money. So if you've got value of today, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let's finish with a quote. Let's go with, this one's really relevant today, right? Let's go with chapter 1. Whether you bought or sold or you got your stop loss, depending on how you're leveraging Terra Luna Classic, whatever you're doing with it, right? What we're doing over here is we are becoming the casino, and it's really important because I read all your comments, right? It's really important that we know that we don't know, right? All we can do is stack the odds in our favor and then place our bet. We said momentum, pattern, price. In our last video, it said looks good to go long, but there was no follow through. Like there was 3 to 5 days, no follow through. All right. So do we have cognitive dissonance and we just go, come on, please. Or do we go, all right, it looks like it's not going to take off. Let's reevaluate. It looks corrective. Now let's wait for another low and wait for the next bullish reversal and then reevaluate again and go, right, now our conditions are in play again to take another long position, and let's look at how it unfolds. And this quote really encapsulates that really well. And it's Michael Jordan. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. How powerful is that? How powerful is that? So when we're looking at trading, it's important to have that mindset where we're taking the shot based on the information at the time, on the 20th of October. The market hasn't responded. We go, great. Now we just reevaluate, make a business decision, and then repeat the whole process again. And that's how you become a consistent professional trader with acceptable capital exposure. And then you just rinse and repeat. Like you're the casino that's just accepting many bets, knowing that the odds are in your favor, and the casino and the house always wins. And your job is to become the house. All right, see you soon.